Hey, what's up everybody? It's Mike.
It's Dan.
Welcome to Beyond Science 2, and today we're talking about names, especially names you give your baby.
Yep.
And a lot of people do a lot of research into names, right? You buy a big book of babies' names, you consult the astrological charts, and then there's some people who just name their babies, I don't know, like just they lost a bet.
Right.
But luckily, the government, I mean, a lot of countries are free, but like they do draw a line sometimes, like the name you name your baby. So luckily the government has stepped in to save a lot of babies from a lifetime of just getting trounced out.
And I'm all for that because there are some crazy people out there, and then what if they just wanted to forget an actual name, right? What if they say, I want to name my kid a punctuation mark?
Yeah.
And if you don't outlaw that will become a problem.
Yeah.
Because more and more people will start having baby like, ampersand, percentage sign, semicolon.
So let's go over some of the illegal names around the world. So number one, a couple years ago, a French couple loved Nutella so much, they named their kid Nutella.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, personally,
what is wrong with that?
I'm kind of okay with that.
I'm totally okay with that. Hey, Nutella, what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
I mean, we all know what Nutella is.
Okay,
but...
whoa.
Yeah.
I see a problem with that now.
What's that?
Okay, if your name is Nutella, I'm gonna call you Nut.
So what?
You want to be called Nut?
I'm saying, look,
you want to be, ever since you were a kid, be called Nut?
Look, you can make fun of a lot of names.
No.
I'm not gonna, you know what I mean?
But you shouldn't serve it up in a silver platter like Nut.
It's kind of not really.
You know what you would say?
Yeah.
You're like, my name is Nutella. Oh, can I call you Nut? No, call me Ella.
That's what I'm saying. Ella's a beautiful version
of that. No one will call
name.
you Ella.
Yeah.
No one will call you Ella. They're gonna call you Nut.
No, and I won't respond to them.
But anyway, this judge thought this name will bring about mockery for the rest of their lives, so they didn't allow that.
The next one I actually knew about this
one.
So in Japan, you cannot be named AKUMA, which means the devil. And I could see that, all right? I mean, there aren't people going around being like, I'm gonna name my kid Devil anyways. I'm not gonna, how many Lucifers do you see these days? Not any, right?
Right.
It's just commonly known that you don't do that. But I guess...
there is a Akuma in Street Fighter.
That's right, and he is the sort of the evil incarnation.
All right, next in Norway, somebody tried to name their child GESHER, or what means bridge.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how offensive that is. I guess, like, if you name a kid Bridge in the U.S., I wouldn't really care.
No one would care.
I'd be like, just call me Bree.
But that's a totally conceivable name in America.
Yeah.
Like somebody could be like...
Actually, GESHER is bridge in Hebrew.
Okay, so I still don't understand why that one is particularly...
And this mother was fined for $400 and odd for using an unapproved name, and she went to jail because she couldn't pay the fine.
Okay.
So all because she wanted to name her kid Bridge.
Okay, so this next one cracks me up, right? It's not just one name; it's literally like a phrase. And a couple tried to name their child Talula does the hula from Hawaii. Actual name: Talula does the hula from Hawaii. Now, I gotta say, first of all, you're crazy, but second of all, that's actually pretty creative to think of a phrase for your child. That's a whole nother category, right? A phrase. Now you're getting into phrases.
Can you imagine if this kid literally is like walking around like, what's your name? Talula does the hula from Hawaii.
Right.
People would think it's a joke.
They'd be like, okay, so that's what you're known as?
You're like, just call me TDTHFH.
Like, oh, don't forget, and there's a last name too, Jones or whatever, And middle and last name.
All right, the next one is insane.
Well, that one's outlawed in New Zealand.
New Zealand, yeah. The next one is insane. So there's a couple who's living in Cologne, Germany, which I want to visit one day because I love that place.
Okay.
And they wanted to name their kid Osama bin Laden. Why?
Why would you do that?
Why? What is wrong with you people?
Look, look, there's certain people in the world where you can't name your kid after anymore. Yeah. Because I'm sure the name Hitler,
like Adolf Hitler,
wasn't bad.
Adolf Hitler?
Yeah, before Hitler, right? I'm sure Mussolini wasn't bad before Mussolini, but you can't do it after you become infamous for something horrible, right? You just can't. All right, so I don't know why this is outlawed, but apparently in Sonora, Mexico, you can't name your kid ROBOCOP. Why not? ROBOCOP. Hey, Robo. Hey, Robbo.
Well, first of all, you're gonna get ridiculed to no end. You're done. You're done. Your life is over.
But I'll tell you right now, do you know that those are ROBOCOP and other names after movies are names in China? Cinderella.
No, I get that, but like
real names.
But like, you know, those countries, it doesn't sound as bad. This next one's crazy. So what is one of the most pressed symbols on a keypad?
At.
So parents in China try to name their baby at.
Right.
Which I'm surprised was not allowed.
I mean, they could have named it just AT and that would have been allowed, but they had to use this.
The symbol.
The symbol.
Which it's forbidden in China, so that was knocked out.
But actually in Chinese, the word for that is ai ta, which actually doesn't sound too bad if you just stuck with that. It could mean love you. But next in Malaysia, you can't, somebody tried to name their kid, it looks like CHOW, but it actually is, in Chinese it's pronounced CHOW,
smelly head.
Yeah, I mean, don't do that to your kids.
Do parents not want their kids to have a good life? Like literally, what's your name? 臭头, smelly head. What are people's reactions? Come here. Oh yeah, you're right. Stay away from smelly head.
It's like you're just making it too easy for us to make fun of you, you know? And I'm glad they outlawed that. You can't, and I would imagine though in China, you can't name your kid any of these bad words or bad references, right? You can't, hopefully.
Let's jump to Denmark, and where parents are trying to name their kid Monkey. I mean, I think Monkey's okay. What's wrong with Monkey?
Yo, Monkey.
Because that's like a pet name people call their kids sometimes, right?
Come on, hey monkey.
Yeah.
But not like their actual name, right? Because you never name a kid like, hey elephant, hey rhinoceros. Like you just don't name them names of animals.
Yeah, but like it's not bad. This next one, I mean, these parents really love food, I guess. So they try to name their kid Pie and Sauce. That's banned. So if you say it together, Pie and Sauce.
Pie and sauce. Well, I could see that particular one, you could try to pronounce it differently, like PIEANDSAUCE.
Well, you're in Australia, how differently can you get? You're not like in Europe.
In Australia, it just sounds like pie and sauce.
Pie and sauce. Pie and sauce.
Yeah.
Another parent, this is also from down under. Well, it's New Zealand down under, kind of near down under.
Next to it, yeah.
They try to name their baby For Real, like with the number 4, real.
But even FOREAL is that, for real.
So we're talking about the name before, like Osama bin Laden. All right, there are some controversial names that people actually try to name their kids.
Right.
We talked about we were kind of making fun of people naming their kid, trying to name their kid Hitler.
Right.
People have reportedly try to do that in New Zealand. There's also a couple who try to name their kid ISIS.
Oh, dude. Well, no, but ISIS is actually a name.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad name. It's just now it's bad. Well, it has bad connotations, but before, like Isis and Osiris are both gods from ancient Egypt.
Well, now you can't name your kid ISIS.
That's horrible because you know how many people in the world are named Isis? Like that was a very revered name. Well, and now you can't do it anymore.
No, you can't do that. And also in Mexico, you cannot name your kid Traffic.
Okay, but okay,
I'm stuck in traffic.
I'm
blaming it on traffic.
If you want to name your kid Traffic in the first place,
traffic is one of the most hated words in the world, right?
Right.
You hate it. There's no good. What's good traffic?
Nothing.
Right.
You know what's gonna happen next is people are just gonna name their kids Pokemons. They can't stop that. Yeah. If you wanted to name your kid Pikachu, who's gonna stop you? No one.
No. I mean, you can do it. I mean, that's an okay name. What's not okay is name your kid
Snorlax
or Fish and Chips. Like this Australian couple tried to do fish and chips.
But maybe they loved it so much.
I get you love fish and chips.
Right.
But you shouldn't name your kids after a food item that
you eat a lot.
Yeah. I mean, that's just, first of all, it's complicated.
Right.
Yo, you can abbreviate that. FAC. FAC. My name is FAC.
My name is FAC, but that's a horrible name in itself. FAC. Wow.
So speaking of words, there's also you cannot in New Zealand name your kid Mafia No Fear.
I hope you cannot do that. I hope so. I mean, who would want to do that in the first place?
Yeah. Okay, this is the craziest one. So in Sweden, apparently there's a strict law against naming.
Right.
And this guy in 1982 tried to protest.
Protest it. So we were talking about before, right? There's a law that basically first names should not be approved if they can use offense or can be supposed to cause discomfort for one using it, or names which for some obvious reason are not suitable as a first name.
Right.
So basically the couple was like, we're gonna protest that because maybe they wanted to name their kid something stupid and they wouldn't let them. So they picked this What do you describe this as? It's representative of something. It's like a code.
If you just jab on your keyboard a bunch of times, that's what you come up with.
Right. BRFXXCCCCCLLMM.
In all caps.
And it ends with 111.
And of course, it's pronounced Albin.
Wow.
You know what? I'm gonna name my kid. If I have a little boy.
Right.
I'm gonna name him
Mike Jr.
I'm gonna name him Bob.
Okay, why?
I'm gonna name him Bob. But Bob is written S-A-R-A.
Sarb? Wait.
Sarah!
Okay, why?
But it's written S-A-R-A. But the A is silent, so it's pronounced Bob. so this kid's gonna have to go through his life. You're like, yo, what's your name? Bob. How do you spell that? S-A-R-A. What, Sarah? No! It's Bob. It's pronounced Bob.
All right, pronounced Bob. So.
Anyway, let us know what are the craziest names you ever heard in real life, because I'm glad these are illegal, because I never want to call anybody, hey, fish and chips. Like, I just feel dumb saying that. Oh, also, we did create an Instagram account for Beyond Science too, so it's gonna be daily fun facts for you guys, just like what we try to do on this channel. So definitely follow that. We'll put all that information for you in the description box. That should be a lot of fun.
Yep, check that out, guys.
All right, guys, thanks so much for watching.
Later.